This is a 7 News Virginia Election 2025 special presentation.
To those Virginians who did not vote for me, I want you to know that my goal and my intent is to serve all Virginians.
Abigail Spanberger projected to be the first woman governor of Virginia during her victory speech last night. She declared victory less than 2 hours after the polls closed, when early results showed that significant lead over Republican Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earle-Sears. With all the votes tallied, that is a 14-point lead, higher than most of the recent polling for the race. Now, Democrat Ghazala Hashmi also making history as the first Indian American and Muslim woman to win statewide office. It was a slimmer but still decisive victory over Republican John Reed. And incumbent Jason Miyares has been unseated by Democrat Jay Jones. Jones lost a little bit of traction there in the campaign after a texting scandal and the revelation of a reckless driving conviction, but not enough to split the ticket. 3 Democrats will lead Virginia after a blue wave across the Commonwealth and the country last night. Among the winners, Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani, who some Democrats are already calling on to be a new leader for the party. President Trump addressed the victories today before a meeting with GOP senators.
I thought we'd have a discussion after the press leaves about what last night represented and what we should do about it, and also about the shutdown and how that relates to last night. I think if you read the pollsters, the shutdown was a big factor, negative for the Republicans.
So while Democrats are celebrating, Republicans in Virginia are also trying to figure out what went wrong so they can course correct before next year's midterm elections. Nick Minock spoke with the State House Speaker, Don Scott, who cannot wait for the new legislative session with Democrats in the driver's seat.
Virginia Democrat Governor-elect Abigail Spanberger soundly defeated her Republican opponent, Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earle-Sears, to become the 75th governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Tonight, we sent a message. We chose our Commonwealth over chaos. You all chose leadership that will focus relentlessly on what matters most. Lowering costs, leadership that will focus on problem solving.
This is what a mandate looks like.
Democrats like House Speaker Don Scott credit Spanberger's dominant 14-point win for carrying other Democrats across the finish line with her. Not just Lieutenant Governor-elect Ghazala Hashmi and Attorney General-elect Jay Jones, but the 13 House of Delegate candidates who flipped GOP seats this year, some of which had been reliably red for years.
This is the largest Democratic majority we've won in more than 3 decades. 1987. Half my caucus wasn't born there.
Delegate Dan Helmer led Democratic efforts to build on their slim majority in the House, and the party managed to capture the last 2 Republican seats in Northern Virginia.
What won the day there in your view?
With what's happening in Washington right this second, these districts filled with the folks who make the federal government work said, we don't want any more of that. And it is their pocketbook.
Republican Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin agrees.
I think that we have 330,000 federal workers in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And to have this shutdown extending as the longest shutdown ever has been extraordinary for so many Virginians. People are going without paychecks. They're worried about mortgages and rent. They're worried about how they're going to feed their families. The challenge of this government shutdown is real.
Preparations are already underway for Spanberger's inauguration, which is scheduled for January 17th. Come January, Democrats will control every level of state government in Richmond. Nick Minock, 7 News.